Hi, I'm Carl from the Suffolk Latch Company, and I'm going to show you a short video here about our traditional cast iron shelf brackets. Now, we've had these now for the last 4 or 5 years, something we're particularly pleased with. The issue we had with these particular brackets was the finish on them. It's a sand casting process, so it's quite technical. And the ones we had in the past, we found a lot of blowholes in them, or a fairly rough finish, or a low quality iron being used. These ones, as you'll see from the video hopefully, and also from the photographs on our website, I've got a lot of very, very fine detail. Like I say, they're all hand cast, they're then fettled and cleaned, and then they're then finished in what we call a 10% gloss finish, which is like a low sheen finish. And this allows them to be used in a damp area without actually oxidizing off. Because they have been finished in a sort of low lacquer, a low gloss lacquer, they can be hand painted to suit the colour that you want to have for your house. Now, the range consists of, which is fairly narrow, we've only got 600 range, but we will increase in due course. And we start with the one on the far left hand side. It's a much heavy duty one. It comes with a fixing hole on the top and on the side, and this will take obviously a larger shelf, a heavier shelf, but must bear in mind the shelf can actually run over. You've got those two fixings here where we supply screws. Again, I often get asked, how much weight can the bracket take? Well, the bracket can take a vast amount of weight because it's cast iron. Cast iron is one of those quite strange materials. It's got very, very high tensile strength, but very, very low impact strength. So you could break up a hammer quite easily, but you could hang a house off of it. Now, for normal use, absolutely fine. The only issue you're going to find, the only limitation you're going to have with its load bearing is actually how good the wall you're going into is. Obviously, I don't know that. It could be a plasterboard wall, it could be going to a stud. So a bit of consideration of the kind of fixing you're going to use for hanging will do. Again, the apple here is quite nicely detailed. Next we come down to is a fairly simple one we call the fine. We've got ourselves 3 fixing holes, obviously 2 at the top, 1 at the bottom, so you've got sort of a good fix to the wall there. And we've got 1 hole at the front here just to align it to the shelf and keep the shelf from falling off. Our most popular by far is the vine bracket. Yet again, we've got a small penny detail here, 3 fixings for good strength, and also 1 more here to allow you to actually fix into the shelf to stop it from moving. One thing I will add is that these are sold in pairs. That's the important thing. But occasionally you might require 3, but the functionality on our website isn't there to have 3. So if you require 3 or an odd number, just give us a call. I'm Carl, and we can take the order and give you a part order. Coming down to our 3 smaller ones here, we've got the honeycomb one here. Apparently very, very hard to cast. You can see some very, very fine detail in there. Again, beautifully machined. You've got 3 holes there, 3 holes there, but likewise here, you've got 3 again, and that's for deciding whether you want to hang it that way or hang it that way. Moving on down, we've got what we call our anchor finish. Little consideration here, also you've got 2 good fixings here into the wall. You've got an upstand here, but something to bear in mind, there's a small lip just here. So obviously that's going to confine how wide your shelf's going to be. It's going to define it, shall I say. You could trim that off, or you could simply put a little hole there so you can extend your shelf further forward, but that's a consideration to take into account. And then right down onto our finest one is our little anchor scroll. Quite tiny, quite ornate. Again, beautifully cast and finished off, and again sold in pairs. We've taken the time to create a detailed PDF drawing of every product in our range. You'll see that directly below the listing. Please click on that and I'll give you all the dimensions you require. If you have any more questions or anything we've missed out, please give us a call. And once again, thank you for watching this video, and if you found it useful, please give us a thumbs up. That's always very helpful for us, or even better, you can follow us on our channel. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.